Yeah, thank you very much. Nobody supports tariffs economically. Economists have looked at this and they don't work and they do a lot of hurt. So what we have with the Trump policy here is essentially a faith-based economic plan. There's no evidence that it works. There's overwhelming evidence that it fails. And the American people are going to get a history lesson starting very soon about Smoot-Hawley, two names that don't immediately come to mind. But it was just before the recession that the U.S. had the highest tariffs in our history. And those tariffs were put in place by a president who got it wrong and thought this would help us. Well, it helped us usher in the Great Depression. And since then, presidents on both sides of the aisle have steered clear of these trade war tariffs until President Trump. Now, second, we have an affordability crisis in this country. Working families are struggling to pay their bills. And just in Vermont, to make it very concrete, we get a lot of our electricity from Canada. We get a lot of our gasoline on the northern part of Vermont from Canada. We get our home heating fuel from Canada. And those bills for folks are going to go up immediately. Home heating fuel, gasoline, electricity. Why in the world would we do that? The other thing is that Canada's our friend. It's not China. And along the border, where we have decades and decades of mutual respect, we're starting to change that into distrust. And a confident country treats its allies with respect. And these tariffs are going to do direct and immediate economic harm to everyday Vermont families and farmers, maple sugar producers. But it's also going to start eroding the trust that is the benefit of good relations over time. Why in the world would President Trump want to be Smoot-Hawley? That's what he's embracing. Totally bad, totally wrong, doomed. And the only question is, how much pain will he inflict on everyday Vermonters before he comes to his senses and withdraws this tariff policy? Thank you.
Senator Also Brooks.
Thank you.